It's Kendrick with Technology Interpreters, and so today we're going to be doing. This is going to be day 16 of the Hack the Box Advent of Cyber. Pretty excited because I think I'm closer towards the end than I am at the beginning. Today we're going to be doing some secure coding. So instead of us trying to hack something, we're actually going to be going in. We're going to use a code editor to go in there and repair or make some updates to the code to make it more secure. Very important exercise because as a defender and as an attacker, it's good to know both sides of the ball or the equation. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open our editor here. I'm going to copy the link here, drop it in my clipboard, and at that point it should be available. I'll leave that main open, a little advertising for TryHackMe, and let's see if we can get the code editor open first. Okay, all right, so there's the code editor, and then per this, our credentials are coder and coder again. Okay, that looks good. I'll say I'm not gonna do it because I don't want. That's never best practices to do that. So I'm not gonna. I try not to do anything that's not best practices ever. Don't say password. I actually want to say don't ever say passwords for this one. We'll turn that feature off. To be honest. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, so we're in the environment. And I know zero about this, so I'll be you'll be seeing my way of approaching this because I've never done this before for this particular development environment. All right, so we first want to scroll down and we can run checks, and then, all right, the website is working fine. Okay, that's good. Where's Is there anything else? Okay, there we go. This is what I was looking for. So if you look at the bottom right there, telling us that I took a look at the following URL, and he was able to use the ID equals 1 or 1 equals 1, limit by 4. By injecting the SQL, I was able to manipulate the database into returning a specific ELF record. Okay, so they're able to do the SQL injection attacks. Now we need to go in and secure this. And this gets a little complicated. So once again, this Advent of Cyber's event is supposed to be beginner friendly. This is pretty high level stuff, I'll be honest with you. But I'm going to try to walk you through it so that you can do it. And I'm going to show my shortcomings here. So if you're okay with that, then then hope you'll stay along for the ride. So here, I got to figure out which page I'm manipulating first. Okay, so I've got all the files here, and am I going to start off with, well, let's see, let's think about this. I got the login page. I need the one that's returning the records. Okay, so here's database information. So successfully, okay, elf.php. Okay, I kind of stumbled into it, so that's good. We're on elf.php. And we specifically query equals select attribute. Okay, so this is the SQL query here. And this is what we need to modify because we need to wrap these controls around it. And so the first thing that we've got to do is we've got to sanitize this input and use this int val and wrap that around the get ID function. Okay, so you can see what they did, int val, open quotes, and then you just drop that right inside of it. So put this all inside the double quotes, and it looks like it's an ID dot int val. So I noticed there's like a period right there in front of it. Okay, so we're gonna try that. We're gonna go put, and this should give us our first flag at this point. So make sure this looks good. Though dot int val open quote, the dollar sign is there, get ID for my closing. After that, I'm gonna move this over to, I need more real estate. Oh, we can. Okay, so I need my close. We gotta stop doing that. That's cool though. It pops out. Every time I do that. try to move my mouse out the way. So after the second bracket, I'm going to close that and then semicolon. Okay. So this should allow us for this part to sanitize the input, and that'll get us past the first one. And in theory, give us the first flag. Let's run it. Okay. No. Let's run it one more time. Oh, I didn't save. Very important. And I believe it was Control S to save. Okay, file saved. Okay, there we go. You see it in the bottom right hand corner. And now that I've saved, I'm going to run the checks and let's see if we get, okay. What happened here? It looks like we took the following URL, union all, by injecting this. Okay, and it told us what this is going to happen. To make a DB return number 313 as the first toy name. Union select all. No. Let me run this check again because I want to make sure I understand it. All right, and then in this exercise, what we're doing is when we fix that one, how do we get our first flag? Let's make sure I understand this. So what it asks, what is the value of the flag? All right, let's see. How do we get the first flag? All right, looking at this, select the asterisk from. No, it's not that far down. It's got to be up here. So once we do that, compress Control S to save your changes, and actually helps to check the document. The exploit will again tell you he can inject it a different way, but this happens because the ID parameter you used twice. And okay, so we have to get the second query. All right, so let's make sure. Let's see, where am I? What did I get the first time? So I've got this one. I cleaned this one up. And then we need to select action for towards where creator ID is right there. So just a little bit down on the page, we have our second one. So after the period, int val open, and then right there behind that. Okay, so that's 2. Control S to save it. And then at this point, let's get them to run it again. All right, and there's my first flag. Okay, and let's make sure, hope that you all can see this code. I'm going to get rid of my webcam, so sorry if I forget to do that sometime. But basically, I put the int val right here and right here. And then I also put the int val right here and closing bracket right there. That gives me flag number 1. The next one's going to be a little bit more complicated. So we're going to copy this. Control C. Okay, it's already on the clipboard, which is great. And we'll drop this into the first parameter. So what is the value of the flag? There we go. We'll submit that. Okay, so first question is down at this point. And so what is the value of flag 2? So this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. So let's look at the exercise and see where we need to do this. Let's see. Let's run the check. It's great that we got the flag, but he still came back and says, I can inject SQL into the application to force the database to send back all the user's database password. Click here to see the attack in action. Okay, so we're going to do this. All right, so he's showing us we got the entire database dump in here. And let's see, what is the syntax? Union all on select null, comma 2, comma username, comma password. Do we have username and password there too? I don't. Okay, so he basically, I would like to understand this syntax just a little bit more, to be honest, but that's okay. All right, we'll jump into it. So now that we know this, Now we've got to sanitize this second part. And this is where, let's look at the query. So we need to use prepare statement. So I think this is going to take place on the toys query. Let's make sure. All right, so select from toys or creator ID. All right, what page is this on? Oh, search toys, the search toys page. Okay, I see it here. And our database information is typically going to be at the top. So select from toys where name is like this and that. So we've got to convert this to a prepare query statement. So I know we've got the syntax here. And I think what I want to do is I think I just want to copy this to start off. I'll drop it in as a code block, and then I can make modifications as necessary. So I can I'll drop it in after the original code, and then we'll work from there. So copy here, paste it there, and now I'll go here in the code editor. All right, so this is where we're gonna pick up. So, and let's make sure this all looks good. So Q, and then there's our new query for select action towards where question mark or description like. Okay, so the query's good. And then looking here, this is going to be statement equals MySQL prepare. You're taking a DB, which question is, did we define it? We're defining that in the connection.php and should be defined. DB is already it's configured right there in the connection.php, so that's good. Okay, so this DB references is referencing the file that's included above. That's good. So that's why we can do this. Otherwise, you would have to specify the connection on each page. And then there's our query, so that looks good. We're doing a prepare statement. We got the SS there. We're going to execute. How do I comment this out in PHP though? Oh, I don't remember how to do PHP comments. Because I can't just delete the statement, and that would be fine. But I very much would like to put a comment. Let's look at the connection, see if they got any. Do we have any page that has any kind of? Okay, there it is right there. Get the first result, just two wax in front of it, and we can comment out a statement. Okay, so if we do search toy, we'll keep the original information here. Whack, 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 whack. Okay, cool. So we comment that out. That gets rid of that. We Control S to save it at this point. And I think if we go to the bottom, let's run the check. And there's wait, did we get another? Hold on. Great job. Okay, there's flag 2. We got flag 2. So that means we were able to secure the code. I'm gonna copy this. It should be available on the clipboard, and we'll drop this now in the flag 2. All right. What is the value of flag 3? Okay. All right. So flag 3 looks like they put us on our own now. So I can inject. Yeah, that's it. So got flag 2. I can inject SQL to force the DB into returning Evan Knoll as one of the receivers of an Animal Farm. Even if Evan didn't get enough good boy score to get that present, you can access here to see what I mean. So what is this statement? ID equals 1 or 1 equals 1, limit 4, comma 1. If you access the regular link for Animal Farm, you'll see that Evan isn't listed as one of the receivers. Okay, so this gets a little hard because Man. All right, so in order to see Animal Farm, exploit my grid, assign Delph, and then plan deliveries is Evan. Okay, how are we doing this? Okay, we got. All right, what is he doing with this query? He says ID equals 1, and then how do I sanitize this? Wait. Hold on a second. This is the web toy app. TryHackMe.com/web toy. I can't see for what page is this? Toy.php. Okay, toy.php. Okay, so there we go. So for this one, he's able to do injections. So let's start off with the basics. All right, let's go ahead and let's fix this page, and we'll make sure it's an integer to make sure you can only put that kind. Put an ID instead. So this all goes back to the int val page, and we need to look at the other connections too. So we see we've also got where ID equals toy and creator ID, right? So we got two places here that we probably need to sanitize. So let's go ahead and let's sanitize them one at a time to ensure. So it goes right after the dot, then we'll do int val open, and we'll close after the brace. Control S, because like I said, I want to fix one at a time to ensure we get each flag. And I do that, and there's another flag right there. So we'll copy that. All right, let's scroll down. So the good thing is we've got everything that we need to solve it. We just gotta keep finding the, oh, wait. Which flag did I get? My code, comma, F, my code. No, that's not the right flag. Interesting. Wait. Oh no, that's the first flag. Wait, what am I seeing here? Oh, I didn't scroll down. All right, let's run this again. Okay, I'm confused as what I'm seeing. I got 1, 2 flags. Is it repeating those 2 flags? Oh, it is. So those are the same flags. It's not it yet. Okay, so we fixed that with an ID. I wonder if we're going to be required to fix this one. So let's go ahead and let's add the same syntax here. Select asterisk from users where ID equals toy, and then we're inputting the creator ID. Let's think about this. It's not using the get ID here. Okay, what are we doing? We put an int val there. Okay. Okay, okay, what am I missing? I see the statement here. I think it's the same thing. Toy RS, and what is that value? If Taurus, see, to me, like what I'm seeing here is I'm inputting the creator ID there. So right behind there, I needed to int val right there and right here. And then there's more from kids where assigned toy ID equals, and that's another input right there for kids. So we would same thing. We would int val right there, and TVAL. And that should be it. So let's Control S to save here. And now that we got let's run the checks, see if we get any new flags. Oh snap! No, oh snap! No vulnerabilities found. Oh, there's flag number 3. Okay. Okay. Good deal. Do we get flag number 4? All right, I'm gonna close this. We still need flag number 4. Flag 1, 2, 3. Okay. We don't have flag number 4. Okay, so I can bypass the login screen. Okay, so this is on the login screen with the SQL injection and username. If you want me to try to use it, use any password with this as your username. So we put in a single quote at the end of it to terminate the line, and then as in right here, and then or 1 equals 1, which always defaults to true, and then we're using 2 tac space X to comment out the rest of the line at that point. So we just bypassed authentication based on what I'm seeing. Cool. All right, we can fix this. So we need to go to login.php, and on login.php we need to let's look at all these queries. So we don't need to do anything directly into the database without sanitizing the input first. So we're building a query, and we're saying username and password right there, and it's asset post. Okay, so this is not going to be a int vol because this is his username and password, but it's still got to be sanitized. So, and I guess what I'm trying to figure out, like I'm still kind of wrapping my mind around, like I understand MySQL. I've actually written stuff in MySQL before, and I'm just trying to make sure I understand how to secure it now, right? It's a whole different game from what I wrote, which was the Wild Wild West, to where we are now trying to secure this code. So, since this is going to be a string, I think this more applies here. We can do a prepare statement because we don't want to do a 1 equals 1, and we can designate the S designates it as a string. Since we want to pass 2 strings, we can do SS in the second parameter each. Okay, you can use I for integers and S for strings. All right, and they didn't really give us a value to sanitize strings or anything. I know we had int vol up here at the top, but then they gave us another statement that seemed to more relate to strings. Like this. Okay. All right, so let's search for the word float because they reference float. Okay. Notice that most data types will be able to make something similar. If you expect to receive float numbers, use the float value. So it's not a float value. So I think, all right, based on this, I'm going to use the prepare and see if I can modify this to fit. I don't know if I necessarily like that, but let's see if we can make it work. Put a couple lines here. No, don't want that. We're not secure yet. Okay. So we can say asset and I asset. That statement can stay. Username equals post username. Password equals post password. So then we want to replace, we can use those values. So we don't need the first one. We'll let that assign already. And then for the second statement, wait, what? Hold on. Oh, snap. I did not want to do that. Okay, so let's close this. And discard changes. All right, let's close all of these. All right, and then let's go to the page, the login page again. Okay, all right, let's go in here. Control V. All right, and then it works. All right, so we don't need this statement. Let's just go and comment that out. So we'll have username, password, and then our query is where we want to do the modifications. So let's say query, and we'll copy here. Put a new query right below that. We use whack to modify that. And then based on what I'm seeing here, and I'm just gonna comment out all these lines. All right, and then I'll rebuild these. So select from users where, what they say from where name is like, and we'll say where username equals, and where password equals, okay, there's a prepare statement. And then once we do that, all right, make sure we get this right. We need to, we got to do the prepare. We're going to accept 2 strings. So I think we can take these 2 statements. Comment this one out. All right, so we'll say that's DB, and then that's the, wait. Ah, crap, I put it too high. Okay, so there's a query, there's a prepare statement, and then they're saying users equal, all right, so then my SQL statement result. All right, I'll copy this out too. All right, so after my SQL statement bind parameters string, and I need to modify this to say it's not Q, it's username. I think I'm way in the weeds. I think I'm way beyond what they wanted us to do for the exercise, but I'll finish it now. So username, password. Okay, that now matches. And then take the statement. So that's the binding parameters, that's executing. And then the results. In this case, it refers to users. So let's take this original statement. Users equal my SQL. Yeah, I think I botched this. I think this is totally like going to be wrong. Okay, totally jacked up. Going back now, but at least I didn't get rid of all their original statements, or did I? I didn't. Control S. I think I just broke the whole page. Just broke the whole app. All right, let's run checks. What did I do? Oh, snap. Whoa, did I do it? Yo. Okay. I was beginning to doubt myself. Okay. Wow, on the first try. That was unexpected. Wow. Okay. And that's it. That's GG, game over. If you'd like to know more, if you like more SQL in your life, check out this room. And that's it. And that's another one box down successfully. Fine. So, hey, I showed my successes and failures. So if this video was helpful, 31 minutes. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And let me know. Love the feedback. I'd love to see if this was challenging to you. And anything else about your challenges here in the field and my content, please send feedback and comments.